And I think this is a great segue into something I'm just going to touch very briefly, which is paginated reports. As this is you can host them on premium side, so it's really designed for having premium license. So if you've not used paginated reports, it's called the Power BI report builder. So you can just download that from Microsoft. If you're unfamiliar with paginated reports, this is really kind of how if someone says I want to print invoices for everyone, this is where you would be sending people having a paginated reports. As I say, I'm not going to go huge into this. I just want to demonstrate the fact on that you can still use our Power BI connection. So we have our shared data set. We can add a data set. So I've gone to data sources. I've right-clicked and said Power BI data set connection. And then in my Excel model demo, I can select this, and now I've connected my paginated report builder to my model. We do still have to create a data set. So this is the data source. We can get a data set. We can add a data set. And I hope my gateway is running. You do need a gateway on this one. So I'm going to select my Excel model. And my query type is going to be a text. So I'm going to add a query designer. And it takes a while to load.
You can pull the query straight from
Power BI. Yeah, I'll show that next. Pretty cool tip. So here, for example, I see my historic. I can start adding in a table that I want to see. See now there we go. So paginated report builder. Now I've created this data set. It's really designed. We can create that multiple pages that look good. We can spend time making this pixel perfect. That can be printed. That can be emailed. Again, more on the premium level. So I'm not going to go too much into it. But as we said, if you do use paginated reports, one option we can do here is we can create a table. So I'm just going to say I want So I've created a table. I said in my Power BI, here's a lovely table. It's got way too many rows to see in a Power BI report. We don't like scrolling in Power BI reports. We don't want pages and pages. We can actually get this query directly and just take it to our paginated report builder. So we click View. We go to the Performance Analyzer. If you've not used the Performance Analyzer before, it's a great tool. I would say use it. It just tells you how long all your queries take, is the main point of it. The other point is it gives you the exact DAX queries that come out. So to do that, we're going to start recording, and I'm just going to refresh visuals in this visual. We can see, I'm just going to stop now so it doesn't record everything. We can see here that it's recorded me refreshing the table. By opening this, it tells me kind of the breakdown of how long that takes, which is not really what I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is copy query. So if I click copy query, it says copied. I'll head back to my my paginating report builder, and then I'm going to go to query designer. Remember how to do this. And then here we have this button, which is design mode. I'm just going to take that off. And it just gives me this plain text kind of field here. So now that I have this query that came from this table. So I went copy query on this table from the performance analyzer. I can paste this in. And now this has given me the DAX query. It says DAX query. So this is pasted. You can also, if you use DAX Studio, you can use, this is how you kind of get your queries into DAX Studio without having to write them. And now if I execute, it's written this DAX query for me, so I've not had to go
Notice it says the top 501. Probably 301.
502,
502.
limiting
If
it.
you know your table, if you know your data has a lot more than that, make sure you trim it out.
Yes, yes, thank you. Yeah, it does. Yeah, and you'll notice it. Yeah, great point, and thanks for that. It tries to kind of efficiently write your DAX, and it gives you a top end of however many you had at the time. Not useful, obviously, if your data changes, because these queries could be changing. But yeah, this is a way. Really, you want to summarize columns onwards, which is the table. I would, if you are really into your DAX, I would see this. This is a great way to get your queries really, and it's a good way to kind of, if you want to be the next Phil Seamark and be able to write insanely crazy DAX, you can see how Power BI writes DAX in the background. Big tables, I still have no idea what's going on. I'm trying to read pages and pages, but great way if you want to design it in a nice, drag and drop, design it in Power BI desktop. You can just copy it, take it over, put to Paginated, paste that in, and then you can build your Paginated reports.